Stop and Shop wants one fuel facility for its supermarket, and this is the facility.
Invested with you in Atwood Avenue is concerned about that. And of course, we're concerned about the environmental issues also, because we have always had the liability, primary liability is landlord on any gas station. So we are very concerned with that. And so, but again, that has been investigated. They're going to get the chance to portray that to you. And, we would not come to the board with a half-hatched idea or with something that had not been thoroughly thought out. And as Frank ably, Attorney Lombardi ably put to you, all the required state permits have been reviewed, revised, and obtained. And so that we come before you with those matters addressed. And
Mr. Coates, let me interrupt. Let me ask you this, and I know that the planning board knows it, but can you give us an idea of the configuration of your plaza now as it currently exists?
Yeah, you have Stop and Shop in the back, along with an adjoining strip, and then you have a freestanding building over here, which we're starting to have occupancy troubles with that, right? Starting to have a little bit of occupancy troubles over here. And then this plaza, Johnson Plaza, which is all connected by a reciprocal easement agreement. You have over here Sovereign and Cardi's. You have Town Fair Tire and the liquor store. You have, of course, then in the property, you have T-Mobile and...
In the entire plaza, Mr. Coates, can you tell us approximately how many commercial establishments are there now?
In terms of stores, there's a little bit less than 20. It's about 164,000 square feet overall. On the second floor office space, we have this building, that's my office right there, and then we have second and third floor office space over here and a couple of doctors.
Earlier, when you testified about curb cuts and the problem with curb cuts, you were not referring specifically to this plaza. You were referring to Atwood Avenue.
No, I'll give you a difference. Okay, a McDonald's, right, that just got permitted in town has 2 curb cuts. Right next to it is the Taco Bell, which has 2 curb cuts. This has 164,000 square feet. You have a right-in, right-out here only, a full curb cut here, a signalized curb cut here, and we're reducing the access here. We're not increasing access, we're reducing it.
When you say here, Mr. Coates, can you be more specific to the record?
The specific Atwood Avenue entrance to the shared kind of out parcel with T-Mobile and the bank, and the Newport Creamery Bank.
And you're actually reducing the curb cuts at that location?
Well, you're reducing the full, instead of a full 3-way movement, it will now have a limited so that less out are banned.
And I'm assuming that the traffic engineer will go further into detail.
Absolutely. Last question, Mr. Coates. Could you just give us an idea of the investment that will be taking place in the town for this particular facility?
Well, I'll let Stop and Shop testify fully on that, but in the rule of thumb in these gas stations are $1 million goes under the ground. You can't see it. So, the double line tank, all that engineering. This presentation, up to today, in this presentation, you're over 100,000 in engineering just to get all this done, well over 100,000. So, it's a significant investment in safety.
Okay. At this time, Mr. Chairman, unless you have any questions of Mr. Coates.
Does the board have any questions, Mr. Coates?
Operational history of operating the gas stations, that's number 1. Number 2, their full faith and backing of the Stop and Shop supermarket company is indemnifying me as a landlord. And so they're responsible for any possible mishaps. And then 3, to encourage that doesn't happen. That doesn't do any of us good. But to encourage it doesn't happen. VHB is one of the largest engineering firms in the Northeast. They have offices all the way down to Florida, and they have substantial experience. When the airport wanted to expand out of Boston, the FAA hired VHB. They do mega projects. So they have been involved, I would say, they and Mr. Vaness and Vaness and Associates, the founder, between them, they've been involved from a traffic standpoint and from an engineering standpoint in a majority of the large mega projects all throughout New England. And so we get the benefit. Stop and Shop ensures that they get the best they can get. If I were to throw money away at engineering, we got it here. Right? This is the most expensive firm we can go to in the This is it. So, and I'm glad Stop and Shop's hiring. And so, but, so you've got a mega firm. They do this in Long Island, and in D.C. They do it in New York City and New Jersey. They do it in Florida. And so they have a significant history of doing this. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I apologize, had my client listen to my brief recitation at the beginning. I had already gone through that, and I apologize for being duplicitous in that regard. But in any event,
I just want to ask a question, and I don't know maybe if Mr. Coates or not. If this were to go forward, during construction phase, there's a lot of traffic in that area. Atwood Avenue, your site, the whole parking lot, in and out. What measures are going to be taken to limit the problems?
That's a great question. Probably during construction, we're going to have to close off the Atwood Avenue entrance at the curb cut, that shares the T-Mobile. And we're going to have to put the construction fencing, and then through those curb cuts, we'll only allow street construction vehicles to exit and enter, and then all the other vehicular customer traffic would enter through the signal at Atwood Avenue and come and go in there. And, of course, at the same time, we lose all the Creamless traffic or Creamless. That goes without saying, but we lose that. So we wouldn't want cut-through traffic and the construction traffic mixing.
But you're not going to limit where the signal is. That's not going to be limited
No,
at all.
there'll be no impact.